The Bedwars Season 2 release date has been announced. On January 31st, we'll be seeing a brand new hub and cosmetics, and possibly more. Today I want to take a look at the official Hive post about Season 2 of Bedwars in order to figure out what we know, speculate on some other things that the season could bring, and then speculate about some of the future seasons to come. First things first, let's talk about this screenshot from the Hive. It's the new Bedwars hub we're getting, and it looks as though the theme for Season 2 is going to be some kind of wizardry or sorcery theme. My best guess based on the NPCs and the map and all that is that this is an enchanted forest. You've got the wizard, the druid, the mage, the scholar, all different characters you'd find in the forest in some kind of fantasy book or some board game. And the other features of the hub, like the ground, the trees, the mushrooms, lanterns, also support this idea. There's also a room on the left with a chest that says ticket on top of it, and I think it's pretty clear what this is. We've already known that Bedwars is going to have some kind of paid pass like the winter ticket, and that's what this is. The Season 2 Bedwars ticket is going to be a paid pass that gives you a lot of quests you can do in Bedwars to unlock cosmetics, which are probably going to follow the Enchanted Forest theme. Or if I'm wrong about that, then it would follow whatever other theme the Hive has planned. But the biggest thing that I'm noticing here is this fourth NPC with the blurred out name, meaning there's going to be a new Bedwars mode. My best guess is that this is going to be Bedwars Mega, considering that we already had a Treasure Wars Mega, so they already have the maps ready and a base concept of how the game should function. The one thing that's throwing me off a little bit is the length of the blurred text, because if the yellow text here is Bedwars, which is a 7-letter word, you'd think this blue word might be a little longer than 4 letters. Another possibility for this could be duels, or maybe it's just megas instead of mega. Let's talk about the rest of the post, though. Basically, all it says is it's the last chance to get these rewards from the challenge shop, and that everyone's going to get a hub title with their final leaderboard position from Season 1. I imagine this is going to be split into top 1,000, top 10,000, top 100,000 the same way it did when they removed Treasure Wars and gave us those hats, but it would also be cool if the hub title were like the stat track titles where it gave you your exact position on the leaderboard. Now let's speculate on what else Season 2 could bring. One of the most anticipated parts of Season 2 is an increase in the max level. I imagine the new max level is going to be 75, with Season 3 pushing it up to 100 and Season 4 introducing Prestige. That's a pretty safe guess, of course, considering Hive would want its max level players to come back every season to grind again. I don't think the levels will be reset in Season 2 since they haven't said anything about it, so I wouldn't worry about trying to max it out before the end of the season. The big question we need to ask, though, is will the actual game be different? I imagine Hive's going to release some new maps with the release of Season 2, and maybe they'll be forest-themed as well. I'd also hope they add more items to the shop in order to spice up the game a bit more, but as far as I'm aware, the Hive hasn't publicly confirmed anything about that so far. This next one's definitely a stretch, but maybe the idea of an Enchanted Forest theme could be a signal that they're going to add enchantments or potions to the shop, which would of course mirror Hypixel Bedwars and make the game feel more familiar to new players. Lastly, I want to speculate about future seasons of Bedwars. As I mentioned earlier, Hive will probably be increasing the max level throughout the first few seasons with level 75 in Season 2, 100 in Season 3. What I'd really like to talk about though is the possible future themes. So far we've gotten pirates and Enchanted Forest, and the thing that strikes me about each of these is that they each host some kind of fantasy-style archetype where for Season 1 you could almost consider yourself a pirate, and for Season 2 you could consider yourself a wizard or a sorcerer. I imagine they'll continue this idea where the player assumes some kind of character role. Like, it would be cool if for Season 3 we were knights in a castle, or Vikings in a longship, or robots, or samurai, or we're exploring the North Pole. I feel like you get the theme I'm pushing for. But that's all I've got for Season 2 predictions. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you have any predictions of your own, make sure to let me know in the comments, or join my Discord server and tell me there. Subscribe if you're new, and have a wonderful day.